Today we're going to do something very different. I have not seen any expat bloggers in the Philippines do this, so hopefully you'll like it. We are going to have an interview with a computer. It's so human-like, it's impossible to tell that it's a computer, but we're going to ask the computer or the AI, we're going to ask it some questions about love and romance in the Philippines. And I did not feed the program I did not make a program for the computer to run. It's totally spontaneous. It's not scripted in any way. And the questions I do ask are what the computer actually is fed through my typing on the keyboard. And then I translate the written response into a visual face that you can see on the screen. So here we go. Let me know how you like it and if you have any further questions in the future for this artificial intelligence robot. I know you are just a machine, so can you be of any help and give advice on human interactions in love and romance for a foreigner visiting in the Philippines? For example, how can I meet and find a pretty girlfriend in the Philippines?
As a machine, I can provide information and general advice, but ultimately, human interactions, especially in the realm of love and romance, are complex and nuanced. Cultural differences can also play a significant role in these types of interactions. When it comes to meeting and finding a romantic partner, it's important to be respectful of the local culture and customs. Some ways to meet people in the Philippines could include joining social clubs or groups, taking classes or workshops, participating in community events, or trying online dating. However, it's important to remember that ultimately, finding a romantic partner is about connecting with someone on a deeper level and building a relationship based on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. And, it's not an easy task, like buying a commodity from store. It takes patience and hard work.
Thanks for that reply. And why do the Filipino people, especially the girls, seem to be so much more friendly towards older Western men, perhaps more than any other country?
There could be a number of reasons why some Filipino people, particularly women, may be more friendly to older Western men. One possibility is that there is a cultural inclination in the Philippines to respect and value age and experience, which may extend to older Western men. Additionally, it's a known fact that the Philippines was under the colonization of Western countries for centuries, which has had a major impact on their culture, language, and traditions. So, they are exposed more to Western culture and are comfortable with it. Another reason could be that some Filipino women may see older Western men as being more financially stable and able to provide for themselves and their families. This, however, is a generalization, and not true for all Filipinos. And, using this reason for any interaction with any person, for any gain, is disrespectful and unacceptable. It's important to remember that every person is an individual with their own thoughts, feelings, and motivations, and it's crucial to treat them as such.
Thanks for that. And fundamentally, why do older guys like younger women? What's going on there?
There is no single reason why older men may be attracted to younger women, as the motivations behind attraction can be complex and varied. In some cases, older men may be attracted to younger women because they see them as being more vibrant, carefree, and less jaded by life's challenges. Additionally, younger women may be perceived as being more physically attractive and less demanding than older women. Another possible reason is that some older men may feel that they are not yet ready to settle down and start a family, and they may see younger women as being more suitable partners in this regard. In other cases, some older men may be attracted to younger women with less money or a job, because they may be looking for a partner who is more dependent on them, and looking for their support, thus making them feel more powerful, important, and desired. It's worth noting that, this is not the case for all older men, and it's important to remember that attraction is a personal preference that varies from person to person. Also, Using someone's financial status or professional status for any personal gain is unethical and disrespectful. Ultimately, what's most important is that any relationship is built on mutual respect, trust, and shared values, regardless of age or financial differences.
Thanks for that. You may have noticed that was a pretty impressive answer. Oh, the AI is pretty smart. What do you think? And now I'd like to check your intelligence and ask you something from history and see what you got in your database. Is it true that the Philippines were sold to the U.S. in 1899 for a few $1,000,000?
In 1898, as a result of the Spanish-American War, Spain and the United States signed the Treaty of Paris. Under the terms of the treaty, Spain ceded control of Cuba, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the Philippines to the United States in exchange for a payment of $20 million. The Philippines, which had been under Spanish colonial rule for more than 300 years, was particularly resistant to American control, and a Philippine-American War broke out. The war lasted until 1902, with the Philippines officially becoming a U.S. territory on July 4, 1902. The Philippines was considered a U.S. territory until it gained independence on July 4, 1946. So, to answer your question, technically speaking, Spain did not sell the Philippines to the U.S., it ceded the Philippines to the United States as part of the Treaty of Paris, which ended the Spanish-American War in 1898. The Philippines became an American colony and was only granted independence on July 4, 1946.
Wow, that is a very impressive answer. I wish I had have had an AI when I went to school. That would have made my learning faster and probably made me a little smarter as well. Recently there was a Filipino blogger named Tim, and I'll put a link to his video below this video in the description area. And he was talking about the dangers of being an expat in the Philippines, including health issues, drinking, and living in a city where there's no Western quality healthcare. And along those lines, I'm going to ask the robot or the AI, what does he think about drinking and going to bars, etc. And this is what he said. Take a look.
Going to bars to meet single Filipino women, or any women for that matter, can be a way to socialize and potentially make new connections. However, it's important to remember that not all women, including Filipino women, feel comfortable in bars, or are looking for romantic partners in that setting. Also, drinking excessively can impair your judgment and decision-making, which can lead to inappropriate or unsafe behavior. Furthermore, it is important to keep in mind that in the Philippines, the society is very traditional and conservative, so that behavior may not be looked upon positively. Many Filipino women may not feel comfortable meeting someone at a bar and may be more likely to appreciate a more traditional approach, such as being introduced through mutual friends or family members, or through a more formal dating process. Additionally, it's important to note that, looking for love or a romantic partner is not something that you can force or try to buy with your money by buying drinks or giving gifts. It's more about connecting with someone on a deeper level and building a relationship based on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. So, it would be best to keep that in mind and be respectful of the culture and customs.
What other types of questions can we ask you that will help a single expat in the Philippines to do better and be more successful with dating?
As a machine, I can provide you with information on a wide range of topics related to finding a romantic partner in the Philippines. However, ultimately, the process of finding true love is complex and personal and can vary greatly from person to person. Here are a few potential questions and answers that might be useful for someone visiting the Philippines and looking for a romantic partner. How can I learn about the local dating culture and customs in the Philippines? You can learn about the dating culture and customs in the Philippines by reading books, articles, and online resources, speaking with locals and fellow travelers, or joining cultural exchange groups or workshops. What are some good places to meet new people in the Philippines? There are many places where you can meet new people in the Philippines, such as social clubs or groups, classes or workshops, community events, or online dating sites. You can also try meeting people through mutual friends or by approaching people in public places such as parks, cafes, or other social venues. How can I make a good impression on someone I'm interested in? Making a good impression can involve being respectful and understanding of local culture and customs, being friendly and engaging in conversation, being honest and open about your intentions, and being interested in the other person as an individual. How can I tell if someone is interested in me romantically? It can be difficult to know for certain if someone is interested in you romantically, but there are some signs you can look for, such as flirting, spending time together, or touching. Also, paying attention to verbal and nonverbal cues can be helpful in understanding if someone is interested. Keep in mind, while this is general advice, it's important to remember that attraction and relationships are complex and multifaceted, and that everyone is different. What works for one person may not work for another. You need to be open-minded and respectful of other person's feelings and be patient with the process.
And here's my final test of your intelligence. Can you write a short poem about a lonely male foreigner looking for true love in the Philippines? That's your challenge.
A lonely heart, in a foreign land. Searching for a love, that will withstand the trials of time, the test of fate. A companion to share, this journey called life. Through the streets, and the alleys he roams. Seeking for a face, among the unknowns. A heart that beats, with a passion true. A love that will last, forever anew. He finds her smile, in a crowded place. Her laugh, his solace, in this foreign space. Her eyes, the windows, to her soul. He knows, in her arms, he's finally whole. Together they'll walk, hand in hand. Through the trials, and the joys of this land. Their love, a beacon, in the dark. A true love, that will leave its mark.